around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, The David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, as well as our engineer extraordinaire, Nick the Geek, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, The David Bowers.
Well, thank you very much there, legendary John Bon Jovial. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard to the show that is always an award show, because there's just so darn many award shows. We figured we'll make every show an award show. The only difference being you and our guests get to pick our award winners. And all of our guests are award winners. Regardless of who and how many times they're on the show, they're always an award winner. So if you've got somebody you think deserves an award for whatever reason, they've done something great, they've done something incredibly stupid, whatever, drop us a line at david@TheDavidBowersAwards.com. I'm sorry, that's the name of the show. The address is david@TheDavidBowers.com, and tell us who you think deserves an award and why, and hey, we'll get it on the show. We'll give them an award right here in front of the world, right in front of you and everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean our millions of listeners around the world and our special listeners in Rochester, New York, who listen to us on Rochester Free Radio, WRFZ FM 106.3. Glad to have you with us on our broadcast affiliate there in beautiful upstate New York. And, well, at least this time of year it's beautiful. Wintertime, I'm not so sure that's the word I'd use. But speaking of beautiful, how are you doing, John Bon Jovial?
I am absolutely gorgeous, Dave. How are you today?
Hey, I am just as messed up as I always am. I'm just so...
Well, I mean, let me amend that. I am gorgeously legendary.
Or is that legendarily gorgeous?
Or we're glad you're here with us. I don't know.
We're glad you're here with us to help us at least hold the loose ends together, if not make things better. We'll muddle through this somehow. I want to thank also our house band, Titty Bingo, who play some incredible down-home rock and roll. You can check them out online at their interactive website, TDBingo.com. Their most recent album is, ironically enough, called Rock and Roll. And you can download that right now at TDBingo.com. Be sure to check them out. Their wild and crazy website's a lot of fun, and it's always time to play Titty Bingo. And right now, we have our first The David Bowers Award of the week, and this is going to an online service. Today, we are saluting a service called Mixcloud. They're a leading digital audio streaming platform who claim to be rethinking radio for listeners, curators, and brands alike. What they do is they connect listeners to new music and ideas through radio shows like ours, DJ mixes, and podcasts uploaded by over 1 million curators. And how does that feel, John Bon Jovial? We are now curators, along with all of our other folks.
We've always been on the edge, so curating sounds like something I think is a good thing to do.
Yeah, I think curating and cutting edge just sort of go together there. Anyway,
now I used to curate in the privacy of my home, but since it's becoming acceptable now, I'm coming out as a curator.
I think since this is a G-rated show, we'll leave that right there. Anyway, Mixcloud is an award-winning service that's available on the web. You can find it at Mixcloud.com. They're found through free mobile apps and via connected devices like Sonos, Apple TV, and Chromecast. The reason we are saluting them is because... As a matter of fact, if we're going to do that, we should at least give them the TDBA award. There you go. The David Bowers Award to Mixcloud, because they now carry the David Bowers Awards. One more network that's carrying the David Bowers Awards to listeners like you all around the world. Soon you won't be able to escape us anywhere. We'll be everywhere, moving right along.
Everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere. What was that? Chicken Man, wasn't it? Back in the early 70s,
that's right.
60s.
We're everywhere. Yeah. There was a jock out in Los Angeles that took advantage of that too, and I can't remember if it was on KFI.
I'm not sure. I remember it though.
Yeah. I think it was either KFI or KMET. I can't remember which one.
Funny shtick, really. Moving right along,
yeah.
We've got a lot of music. We've got a special show today because our guest is going to be the first one-star guest that we've ever had on the show. We're going to dedicate the whole show to him. He'll be along in just a little bit. Right now, some of our new music we want to share with you, and we've got some winners this week. Right now, coming up first, a young lady from England who has an interesting pop rock folk sound. She goes by the name of Foxpalmer, and this is her song, Alone.
And You're listening to the David Bowers Awards. And if you're an artist who'd like to have your music featured on our show, please write us at david@TheDavidBowers.com.
And there you have it. That's Foxpalmer. And the song is called Alone. She's got some other good stuff, and I'm really, really trying to see if maybe we can get her on the show. It's an interesting, it's a pop sound that is tinged with a bit of folksiness, especially with the acoustic guitar. And I can't, if you have to categorize it, I guess you would categorize it as as pop folk. Or polk, yeah. Okay, it's polk music, folks. What'd you think, John Bon Jovial?
Oh, she's got a sweet voice. I was very impressed with her, and nice production qualities to the song. And yeah, I think probably a pop folk or a folk rock kind of a classification. But she sounds good, and I think she's got some potential. Hopefully, we can get her on the show here in the not-too-distant future.
I'm definitely looking forward to that, and hope we can. And she's got a good following over there across the pond in merry old England. Coming back to, well, actually, we're staying. I was going to say coming back stateside, but this gentleman is no longer stateside. He's living in up in northern England. He's been on the show a couple of times. We've had a couple of his new releases. He's got a new one out that I think just might have a catch to it, and you might possibly like it. It's a guy by the name of Jerry Hull, our friend from Hull, England, and here he is with his latest. It's just released. It's called 2 Doors Down.
Just moved in yesterday in the suburbia neighborhood. Then I walked down my street, saw your face, and the world lit up like a paradise. As you turned your roses confidently, as you turned to me, I said to you, 2 doors down, don't you know you believe it? Do you have to prove who I am? I'm just 2 doors down, can't believe, don't you see? Don't you know that I come around? I'm just 2 doors down, why don't you try to believe it? I have to prove who I am. 2 doors down. Sometimes I see you around, hiking out on the countryside.